An uproarious All in the Family for the 90s.
I found this lint ball on one of the guest towels.
TV Guide says, thank goodness for Norman Lear's The Powers That Be. You'll love it too tonight after the Golden Girls on NBC.
Oh, you're cutting the fractions when you talk about how close this has been. Kim Zmeskal, who took the lead early in the vault, the first rotation, has maintained it despite the serious and talented challenge of young Shannon Miller. Miller has been competing today with a painful left hamstring, and she did not warm up well for the floor at all, LP.
Yes, she did not. She was just doing her opening tumbling pass and almost landed on her face. You can see that the injury probably has become a factor on this last rotation. Kim is not going to give up at all. She is a true champion. She loves the challenge, and if she is going to win this event, it will definitely come down to this event, and this is her best apparatus.
Get ready, okay? Be ready.
And
you ready? You want to wait?
Period for the second half of our rotation 6.
Nuno sensing that she just doesn't feel right, and you can read that in her face. She had two problems in the warm-up. Took a pretty nasty
up on the takeoff.
bounce.
Okay?
Shannon Miller.
Nice take to go. Come up. Let's go. Come on.
If there's any concern, it will be right here in her opening tumbling run. Whipped through to a full twisting double back. She overcompensated for what she lacked in the warm-up.
But totally uncharacteristic of how she's been performing for the last 6 months.
The injury must be on her mind. Shannon, if there's one small criticism in her floor routine, see, the tumbling is good when she's on. You can see there having problems with her full twisting double back, but she just doesn't let go in her dance. So on the days when she's on, that's something she'll have to work on towards Barcelona.
Come on now.
Tired, hasn't made a tumbling pass yet. She's got to go hard on this one.
Come on, right up. Right up. Come on, get up.
Well, unfortunately, Kim, she's out of the running. As you said, very uncharacteristic. She does end strong with the double back.
For the first time, she shows a limp as she walks toward Coach Steve Nuno. He sensed that she wasn't right. You could really read it in the eyes.
Okay. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. You did a good job. All right. Okay, let's go get some ice on that thing, huh? So aggressive there in the beginning, and too much. Okay. Close it. Come on.
Really was a shame. She is such a performer and usually loves the challenge. Here's her opening tumbling run. The one that she had problems in warm-up, a whip through to a full twisting double back. And she pulled so hard. You can see over-rotating the fall out of bounds. She was right out of it after this.
Really overcompensating, I think, LP. She just didn't have the power. She made a lot of errors in the warm-up rotation. Pulled a little bit too long. It was just too much over.
But yeah, I liked what Steve told us about her a couple of days ago. She's dainty, but daring, and we might add another D, deceptively strong. I mean, she doesn't have the heavy muscular body of some of the other gymnasts, not built for the power of Kim Zmeskal is, much like Mary Lou Retton. But boy, she is tough-minded and strong. 9.212. She won't win the championship, but she made the competition. She made this competition because she forced Zmeskal, the world champion, to be at her best.
Stuff, you're getting that way. Stuff, you got to be able to handle it, you know. We got one more to go, okay? We got the mixed threads left, so.
You forget sometimes that they're only 14 and 15 and 6. She's just a freshman at Edmond High School. But she's a world name, and we'll hear much more from young Shannon Miller. Next is Kim Zemesco. Of Shannon Miller, who has fallen to third place. Henrietta Anodi of Hungary has moved into second place. The injured hamstring and then the fatigue of the floor rotations finally taking its toll in this, the floor exercise. And now in first place, America's first ever world champion in this sport. He's part of American history. Kim Zemesco goes for her second American Cup title.
Kim Zemesco.
Yes, Shannon made it very easy for her, but it was important for Kim to land that tumbling pass.
Good. You got balls?
This tumbling run is always a crowd pleaser. 3 whip backs to a back handspring, double back, a little short on the landing.
He needs a 9.913 to set a new record in this 17-year event, breaking Betty Okino's mark set last year.
Now, she dismounted in the first day of competition with a full twisting double. She was a little short on her second tumbling pass. Let's see if she does it here.
Now that's important, Dick, for a number of reasons. This will give Kim the confidence leading into Barcelona.
From the United States, Kim Zemesco.
This big audience, and many of them young boys and girls, aspiring gymnasts who came for this reason to cheer Kim Zemesco, the world champion, a chance to salute her.
What's so impressive is that Kim answered the challenge. So many people criticized her at the World Championships for not having enough difficulty in this routine. And this is her trademark tumbling run. I was going to say she probably could do this in her sleep. Her 3 whip backs to a double back, just a little short on the landing.
Now Bella, watch the same thing. Let him do the play-by-play. And the score, 9.912. 1/1000th of a point short of the record. Randy with the winner. Now we're checking now. We see Randy now trying to get in between coach and athlete. Here she is.
Let's go.
Okay, Bo.
Okay, Kim Zemesco, congratulations. What a nerve-wracking event. It's over.
Yeah, it was a very hard competition all the way through. Shannon and me were very, very close the whole competition. And it was kind of scary at sometimes, but pushed us to both do our best.
And you certainly did today. With you following her, did that make it more exciting because you like pressure, or would you rather it have been the other way around?
No, I'm glad it was this way. I got to, know that I needed better teams on every event.
How difficult for you to come into these events now as world champion and everybody expects you to win?
Yeah, that's a little hard because I know a lot of people expect me to win, but trying to use that to my advantage, and I guess it's working.
You love pressure, admit it.
I do.
All right, well, Dick, this is one time that I can ask this question, and it's not even for a commercial. Now, what's next? What are you doing tomorrow?
We're going to Disney World tomorrow. And then, no, we have McDonald's New Paris coming up next week.
Okay, good luck. And of course, in fact, Kim Zemeskel and all the other gymnasts are going to Disney World. Back to you, Dick.
All right, congratulations to Kim Zemeskel. She won in 1990, finished second to Betty Okino here last year, and has regained her championship. And there's Scott Keswick. Many regard him as the most talented of the U.S. athletes, and with Karbanyenko's fall off the high bar, Keswick, with a strong 9.85, could tie for second.
Dear Thompson, I swear by Thompson's water.
Results are official. Kim Zemeskel is the champion for the second time of the American Cup. Henrietta Anodi of Hungary moves into second place with Shannon Miller, who hamstring problems and fatigue took the toll in the floor exercise. Maya Ristova, Bulgaria, finishes strongly and takes fourth place. Randy Hall is with Shannon Miller.
Thanks very much, Dick. You came in today with so much confidence and so much excitement based on yesterday's success. Did you feel different when you walked into floors? What happened?
No, I enjoyed this a little bit in warm-up and overdid it in the meet.
But you did come in feeling really great, and you had great scores, although I know your coach was disappointed. Did he talk to you about how unfair, in fact, and that's the word he used to me, that he thought the scores were? How did you feel about them?
I didn't really look at the scores. I had been hitting my teams up in the last bit.
Okay. All right. Thanks very much, Shannon Miller. It was a great performance. Back to you, Dick.
All right. Shannon Miller, the disappointing young girl who leaves here today. Scott Keswick needs a 9.85 to tie, 9.86 to move into second place in the all-around competition here in Orlando today. Karbanyenko of Russia, with a fall off this high bar, has opened the door for Keswick, but he needs to be very good.
He's got to be perfect. That's all there is to it. He does have some credentials behind him. He made the World Championship final, but has taken a major release skill out of his exercise. We'll do a combination right here, 2 in a row. We'll push over the bar right into another release. Right on. The rest of this routine Scott can do just about in his sleep. When you're talking 9.85 range, you got to stick the landing. Triple back somersault. He does it well. Oh, boy. Well, he certainly doesn't want to take a back seat to anybody.
Young man who told us that when he was 8 years old, he said, my dream, my goal was the Olympic Games. And he said, it's almost scary now. We're only 4.5 months away from Barcelona. And he says, for the first time, I'm highly self-critical. I believe that I'm going to get my chance at some Olympic medal.
Scott spins or rotates as fast as anybody in the world. 3 flips. And just the smallest, watch, he just slides back just a little bit. Really not a deduction with a dismount that difficult.
As we wait for his marks, he also is a winner already today because Scott Keswick's perfect 10 performance in the ring. McDonald's will donate $1,000 to his Olympic training fund, all part of McDonald's helping make Olympic dreams come true. Congratulations to Scott Keswick. It's going to be up to the judges now.
Boy, this is going to be close. You don't want to call it out of here until it is, but he's going to be right on the verge here.
9.85. He ties Karbanyenko. So Jared Hanks of the United States wins. Karbanyenko and Keswick tie for second place. Meanwhile, Kim Zemeskel has won an American Cup championship for the second time, and we have more when we return to Orlando.
McDonald's salutes the fastest man in the world.
Harrison, Peter Vidmar, 1984, team and pommel horse.
McDonald's salutes the determination.
Al Order, 1956, 60, 64.
And 68.
Distance.
The fierce competitiveness.
Nancy Hogshead, Carrie Steinsacker, 1984 freestyle. Time.
The daring.
Bob Richards, 1952 and 56 pole vault.
McDonald's salutes Sheila Young, Pablo Morales, Willie Davenport, and all the men and women who over the years have honored this country in the Olympics and showed us that dreams can come true, just like they did for former Congressman Bob Mathias.
1948 and 52, decathlon.
We've added the leading cough suppressant to the proven cold relief of Alka-Seltzer Plus to relieve your cold and cough at the same time. New Alka-Seltzer Plus cold and cough medicine in the purple box. 2 kinds of relief from only 1 medicine.